Ambassador John Bolton is here, former assistant to the president for national security affairs, otherwise known as the National Security Advisor. Mr. Ambassador, good to see you. What's Iran's next move?
Well, I think they're really calling the shots, and you've just highlighted the dangers the Houthis are posing to international commerce in the Red Sea. But I think it's important to look at the whole Middle East as one chessboard where Iran really is moving the pieces around. The Houthis in Yemen, obviously the Hamas barbarism on October the 7th, and now the war in Gaza. Hezbollah in Lebanon firing dozens of missiles every day for the last almost 3 months into northern Israel. And Iraqi Shia militia in Iraq and Syria attacking American service members and civilian personnel. All of this being ratcheted up, not to mention interference with oil traffic and other things in the Persian Gulf. All of this is at Iran's beck and call. And it's not just that the administration is failing in deterrence. I don't even think they're trying really hard. And that puts particularly Americans on the ground in Iraq and Syria very much in jeopardy. Military officers have been quoted anonymously as saying the only thing that saved us in the last 3 months from well over 100 attacks on our people there is luck. And that is not a strategy. And it's not fair to the service members or others to leave them out there as targets.
No, look, and sadly, luck runs out at some point, and we've talked about that at some point the Iranians are going to get either a drone through and hit a U.S. Navy ship. They're going to hit one of the bases in Iraq and Syria. I want to get you to Hezbollah in Israel's north. We've said for about the past 3 months now that it didn't appear as though Hezbollah wanted an all-out war and Iran didn't want an all-out war with Israel, because once they lose Hezbollah, they lose their insurance policy, if you will, against a U.S. first strike or an Israeli first strike on Iranian nuclear facilities. That said, you watch this region about as closely as anybody. I lived there for 4 years. It feels as though the Israelis now may not want a war with Hezbollah, but they're certainly not shying away from one. They just hit and killed a number of Hezbollah leadership today. It feels like they're starting to get ready and itch for a fight there.
Yeah, well, I think that explains in part the withdrawal of some of the Israeli forces from the Gaza Strip. Some are going to go back, are reservists. They're going to go back into the Israeli economy, which needs their services. Others, after some rest, are going to be deployed to the north because I think Israel's worried about what may come next. You know, I don't think we yet know what Iran's full strategy is, but they've spent 3 months pounding a significant part of northern Israel, and that could be just sort of getting in motion. And what Israel did here today was go after yesterday a Hamas target who was basically a key official dealing with Hezbollah. Shows the coordination among Iran's proxies and Iran itself. And I think this is Israel trying to change the narrative which has been dictated these last 3 months by Iran. And we'll see what happens. I don't think Israel would have done this without expecting some significant response from Hezbollah and Iran, and they in turn will be prepared to respond to that. The question is the United States just going to sit there and let this develop, see our service members and civilians in Iraq and Syria in effect held hostage and maybe actually taken hostage if we're not careful here?
I think you make a very good point in terms of if you're sitting on the sidelines doing nothing, the other side gets to dictate the terms, which is scary when it's the Iranians dictating them. Mr. Ambassador, it's good to see you, sir. Thank you very much.